Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to check in with your person, whoever's on your mind. I want to see what they're thinking, what they're feeling, see what the energy is going forward between the two of you. So just think of that person that is on your mind. We will pull from the tarot, and I do have a couple of oracle decks too that we can pull from at the end to get some additional messages from spirit. So let's get into the tarot. If this is on your feed, then this is definitely for you. If you are here because of the title, it is definitely for you because I don't even know what that title is yet. But we do have the Ace of Wands on the bottom, which is really awesome energy. I love that. New passionate beginning, some kind of new adventure, new spark here. Let's see what we have. Interesting. Okay, so again, we had that Ace of Wands. So some kind of new adventure, new spark. Could be a new spark in a relationship, just energy reigniting some kind of spark or embarking on a new journey, a new passionate beginning. So this could be a creative project, but I feel like this is a new passionate beginning between you and this person is the underlying energy here. What they're thinking, we have the Six of Pentacles. This is reciprocity. This is equal give and take. This is about things balancing out. This person has a scale and they are giving, right? So like a gift. So I feel like this person is really thinking about giving to this relationship. They are wanting to come in here and balance things out. Maybe in the past, things were not balanced between the two of you. Maybe they weren't as giving, but they are very much thinking about giving here. What they're feeling, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is about building. This is about collaboration. This is about working together in order to build something very stable here. So these pentacles differ from all the other pentacle cards in that they are black, right? And they're not yellow, like tangible. These are kind of carved into the cement there. So they are seen. So this could be like they're feeling like they want to be seen or they want to see you, or, you know, they could want to be seen in a public way, like, telling friends, family about this. But it's very much about building teamwork, collaboration. So they want to work together. Again, maybe in the past they were not forthcoming with energy or wanting to build something here. What they're not telling you, we have the Fool. So this is taking a leap of faith. This is that new beginning, excitement, and again with the adventure here. You know, when I see this, it's like this person is very naive and they're just, stepping off this cliff with only this bag in their hand, and they're kind of just very naive to the energy and just going off on this new beginning, right? This new adventure, this spontaneous adventure. And then you have this Ace of Wands here, which is another spontaneous adventure. So this could happen very spontaneously, this new beginning with this person. So I don't, the cards don't show me yet. We do clarify if this is a person from the past. This could be someone that's already in your energy that you have dated before. It could just be somebody that you know through a community, because we do have that Three of Pentacles there. This could be somebody that you work with. Their intentions, we have the Star. So this is hope, healing. It is a wish fulfillment card as well. But this is like that renewal of hope, right? And that wanting to kind of come in here, be inspired, and really like grow, right? It's about positivity, healing. I mean, this could be a very healing connection for the both of you. You could heal each other, right? Going forward, we have the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't have to be. I feel like going forward, this is just about truth, communication, and it is about using your head over heart. So like being, very reasonable, very logical, and really building from that like intellectual place. If you are dealing with an air sign, a lot of times They are very logical in their head. And, you know, when I see the thinking and feeling, it's both pentacles. So that's usually about money, tangible items. It doesn't mean that it's unloving. It just means that they're more in their mindset, more in their head. Air signs are generally like that. Let's see. Clarify what they're thinking, Spirit. So we have the Knight of Swords, which is taking action, really coming in here quickly, full speed ahead, but it's also like taking some sort of action and bold action, right? Not just, oh, I think I'm going to do that. It's like really going after something. Like this Knight is definitely charging in here, full speed ahead. I don't know if that's, it won't adjust. Anyway, like really coming in here full speed ahead and giving to this. Like they really want to give to this. They're very focused and direct, very assertive type of energy, going after what they want. Again, with that giving energy, I feel like they're just going to be very direct and assertive with giving to this connection. Clarify what they're feeling, please, Spirit. So we have the Emperor. So again, with like some kind of stability, building stability. This is, you know, the Emperor is very like manager, leadership type of energy. He is ready to go, right? He's very passionate. He's got the red. I always see the red with the Emperor, which is like that fiery, passionate confidence, like going after what it is that you want. The flip side of that can be that they're very controlling. So, or lacking some kind of discipline, but I don't see that yet in the cards. I think this is just them kind of taking control, maybe of their emotions, being disciplined, and really focusing on building something here with you. This is very stable, very grounded. Again, like these pentacles that are really like carved in here, this is like very grounded, very permanent. When I see that, I think like permanent, right? You can't uncarve something unless you got rid of the cement. So this is very stable, very grounded, long lasting. You know, when you see that Knight of Swords, sometimes it can be somebody rushing in and then leaving just as quickly, but I don't see that. I see that in their thinking, that they're very action oriented, but as far as their feelings, this is very stoic. It is very stable. It is very grounded, focused, controlled, disciplined. Again, with that King of Swords, that's a king energy, but it's the using their head over heart. So they could be just a very logical person, very logically based. Clarify what they're not telling the collective, please, Spirit. So we have the Two of Wands. Yeah, they're planning and they're going to make a decision, leaving a comfort zone and taking some kind of risk. So we have the Fool and the Two of Wands. These are both about taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, and leaving a comfort zone in order to have a new beginning. So I feel like they have been kind of planning behind the scenes. Maybe they just haven't told you. Or maybe they're planning to take this leap of faith and leaving a comfort zone, kind of looking towards the future to expand this partnership. They may just not have expressed that to you. And this could be something very new, right? Again, if you guys work together, maybe they just haven't told you that they have feelings for you, but they're ready to take a new beginning and they want a new beginning. Clarify their intentions, please, Spirit. The Death card. Oh, I grabbed two. We'll take both. Yeah, there's some kind of painful ending. So we have the Death and the Ten of Swords. There is a painful ending and some kind of transformation coming in here. And again, with a new beginning. Yeah, there was some kind of ending for them. They're letting go, releasing. You know, with the Death and the Star, it's all about alchemizing, right? And like rejuvenating type of energy. You know, I see all this water and it's like flowing, and it's just like this alchemizing, right? When you learn lessons and you go through these tough cycles and you have endings, you have to kind of alchemize that energy and work with that energy. And I feel like after some kind of painful ending, you could be very healing for this person. They may see you as a very healing person. You could be a healer. But yeah, they're embracing some kind of transformation after a painful ending here. And they want to start new, start fresh. Clarify moving forward, please, Spirit. King of Swords. So we have the Seven of Cups, like getting clarity, being very clear. Things are going to be very clear moving forward. If they've been confusing in the past, that Seven of Cups can be about confusion. But with the King of Swords, this is about getting clarity, gaining clarity, and having like that discernment, right? Using discernment, using your head over heart. So again, maybe not rushing into anything. If this person is still going through some type of painful ending and needing to heal, maybe it's best to have some patience. That is coming to me. Even if they do come rushing in, that's fine. But, you know, maybe not rushing into anything too quickly. You can definitely date, things like that, right? Just try not to rush into any commitments too quickly. What's the blockage in this connection, Spirit? So we have Six of Swords, moving on, like actually moving. So that could be a block. Maybe you're at a distance from each other and it's kind of blocking you two coming together right now. Maybe that's what they're trying to end. And maybe that's they're leaving their comfort zone. Maybe they're leaving a home and actually moving to come towards you. It's about like accepting lessons and leaving something behind. So I feel like that, you know, that Ten of Swords and that Death card, they could have ended just recently something else, like a connection or a job, whatever it is. They could have ended something recently, and they're still kind of in this transition phase. So again, you know, let things play out as they may. You guys could start talking, dating, making plans. But again, I wouldn't rush into anything too quickly. What is this person's next actions, Spirit? So we have the Chariot. Yeah, fast forward movement. Again, you've got the Knight of Swords and this Chariot. So this person is coming in very quickly, taking control. Again, we have that Emperor card, taking control of the situation and really blasting through any obstacles and coming in here and moving things forward. So this is going to happen pretty quickly here. And what's the advice for the collective, Spirit? Wow. Okay. So we have the Page of Wands. We're like, remain optimistic, and you are closing out cycles, right? Keep that optimism and that passion, because cycles are changing, cycles are closing. With the world, I always see this like as a portal, right? So you're kind of like walking through this portal, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is divine timing. Like things are ending and things are changing so that you can start a new cycle. The Wheel of Fortune is all about like karma, things changing in your favor, but it's also about like cycles, right? So this is the completion of a cycle, and you're moving into a new cycle here. And I feel like you just need to keep that optimism and enthusiasm and be open to the opportunities and really embrace this opportunity. This could be a new person. With that Page of Wands is a newer energy. So this could be like a new relation. Maybe you guys haven't been in union before. This could be a whole new person. I don't see anything that shows me like from the past, but I mean, this could very well be someone from the past as well. So let's see. What else do you have for Sagittarius, Spirit? Love that. Time, waiting, cycles, moments. Yeah, I feel like a cycle is closing out for this person. You know, they had that death card and that 10 of swords. I feel like they're just completing some kind of cycle so that you two can start a cycle together. We have fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasize. So one or both of you could be fantasizing about the other. We have peace, balance, harmony, friendship. So maybe you guys have started as friends, or maybe, you know, like I said, maybe not rushing into anything. Let the cycles play out as they may, and just, you know, build your friendship for now and kind of balance yourselves out, balance your emotions, right? And then we have chemistry, attraction, spark, passion. Yeah, definitely had that Ace of Wands, that passionate new beginning here. So I feel like there's going to be lots of chemistry, lots of passion. So give me yes or no, spirits. Is this a new person? Wow. Okay. So this is a new person. This is going to be very joyful, very happy, very passionate. I feel like overall it's just a very good energy, a whole new beginning for both of you. So I really love this. I think this is really good energy. Maybe right now they're moving and kind of transitioning and they're wanting something new. And you guys may meet, you know, who knows where, but there's definitely a cycle closing and new beginnings coming in here. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you next time. Bye.